Welcome to Music Mania. This is your host Trillian, and today we have with us the most upcoming band in Manipal, eXiled. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, why don't you start off with telling us about how you guys started and met in Manipal and how eXiled came to be?
We had very humble beginnings. When we came here, we didn't know whether we should start a band or not because it was getting tough to find people of our own, like-minded people. But one day, randomly, we were sitting and jamming in a room when this guy walks past, and I asked him, "Do you listen to Maiden?" He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you play guitar?" He said, "Okay, yeah, I play a bit." I go, "Okay, you want to be in my band?" And he says, "Okay." So that's how we started off. I was the lead, and the guy I met was Archit Sood, who's not present here incidentally today. We started off. We started looking for vocalists when Mayank in my class. One day I found him, like, he was singing some really cool song. I said, "Dude, do you sing?" And he said, "Yeah, dude, I sing, but what do you listen to?" So he was into the soft stuff initially. So then we started listening to metal. There used to be headbanging sessions in our room. So that's how Mayank came in. Then we started looking for a drummer, found Aditya, wanted a bassist, got Dhaval. That's how we all started together. We're pretty good friends, and we just love making music together.
Okay. Have you had a lot of lineup changes in your band, or is this just how eXiled was formed then?
Initially, we were really looking for a bassist. We really never could find someone who would stick around and play bass with us. We had a couple of people, but then Dhaval was actually jamming with another band at that time.
Okay.
We were really interested in getting Dhaval to play with us. These two tried talking to him, Tanay and Aditya, but it never worked out in the beginning. After about 4 or 5 months into the first semester, Dhaval comes up, we were all having dinner in the mess. Dhaval comes up, he says, "I'm in," and all. And from then on, we've had a steady lineup, and we've been practicing a lot these days.
And we don't intend to change.
And we really don't intend to change at all.
Okay.
We gel really well together.
Okay. As a college band, I'm sure you have a lot of other responsibilities as well, like college. So how does that affect the band, and how does the band affect the grades?
It doesn't affect the grades really. Like, we have 2 9 GPA people right here. So
I don't have a 9, I'm close.
He's very close, yeah. But no, it's frankly speaking, music is our passion. It's what we love to do. And I don't think it's any different really. We have our studies, we can balance that with music. We all know how much we really do study here. And yeah, so frankly speaking, no, of course not. It's what we love to do with what we have to do. So
Engineering students have a lot of free time on their hands.
Coming from being really studious in our PUCs and 11th and 12th to coming to Manipal, it's been a real, leap from what kind of life we've been leading. Initially, we had a little problem, what to do, what not to do. Now we've struck the balance.
Okay. So tell me about the places you've performed until now.
Okay, this is we started off this semester itself because first year we were undecided whether we should do shows, were we good enough or not. But this time it all seemed to come together and okay, let's do this. And we all got together. We auditioned for Paroxysm, and we made it through with first place. But we didn't get the first prize. But okay, we're upcoming. We're pretty satisfied with what we did. I think we have a good.
I think the crowd liked us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the most important thing.
Yeah. And we hope to play more shows in the future.
Okay. Okay, with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more with eXiled. Okay, now we're back talking with eXiled. So tell me something unique about your band, something different.
Unique would be the fact that all five of us hail from different genres. We all listen to very very different music. I am into a lot of heavy stuff like death metal, progressive metal. Aditya here is more into Pink Floyd, psychedelic rock, soft rock. Dhaval is more into technical and progressive like Dream Theater. Mayank is also now totally into metal. So the unique fact about us is that when we get together and we make our own compositions, they reflect pretty much an amalgamation of all our styles. So
Musically, we are all at a different standpoint.
Yeah.
Like when we were about to decide the songs for our performance, we couldn't really come to a conclusion what to do. But eventually, a band is all about making some compromises, making some decisions, executive decisions, whatever you want to call them. We ended up doing the songs fine. Maybe not all of us weren't in agreement with it, but we still gave a good show. And the best part about our band is like he said, all of us listen to different kind of music. But when we sit in one room with all our gear and all that, we know what we want to do. We somehow or the other, something strikes, some kind of balance is set right then and there, and we end up doing what we love, which is the heavy stuff for now. Let's see what happens later.
Okay. Okay, tell us about your influences, and if there are any, do you have any influences from Indian bands itself?
DR.
you go.
We've basically been influenced by a lot of bands. Frankly speaking, we listen to a whole range, like he said, but we all love Metallica. That's kind of evident from what we play. And from Indian bands, not really as much, frankly speaking, because they don't get that much exposure. But it's about here and there. It's like pretty much everything, from thrash metal to some stuff like progressive as well.
Okay. Tell me about your future plans, like as a band and individually. Does it match? Are you guys going in the same direction?
We haven't really sat down and talked about our future plans. We're taking it one step at a time, but if there were any, which I guess we're going to talk about soon enough, it would be to, just jam, just play, and do what we love, which is, playing music, go up on stage, give a good show, hope the crowd likes us, and be satisfied. That's the main point. Be satisfied with what we're doing.
Yeah, actually, we really don't know where we'll go, but Dhaval and me, we're from the same school. We've studied together since like when we were 3 years old. We played in the same band in school. He was my bassist there, I was his drummer, and that's the same thing. The same year. So let's hope this kind of continues. At least all of us, we can play. Let's see. It really depends where we go from here, right? So hopefully we'll get there. We'll get somewhere. And hopefully our music will be appreciated by a larger audience outside Manipal.
If you ask me personally, I see a good future for our band because I really love working with these guys, and I see a lot of potential in each one of them. And I really believe that if we decide to take this to another level, I think we can be pretty good. But it all depends, as Mayank said, on the future, right?
Okay. Okay, now we're going to watch a homemade production of eXiled. Okay, so that was eXiled performing The Four Horsemen by their favorite band Metallica. And now tell us about your funniest incident as a band.
The funniest incident. We were practicing a few days back in the Archi foyer.
Yeah, and it was like, see, as we all know, the earthing in Manipal is quite bad. Okay, so when all the guitars were plugged into the sockets and they all decided to pick it up, and none of us were wearing rubber soles.
Okay, it did shock. I mean, that was the understatement of the year.
Really bad. Really, really bad.
And these guys were like almost crawling on the floor, and poor Archit got shocked in quite a few places. Let's just
For 15 whole minutes, we were
basically
deciding should I touch my guitar? Should I not? Is it safe now, or is it
Or
not?
is it not? Exactly.
We fool around a lot in practice. There's no point like recollecting one specific moment, but yeah, we have fun.
Okay. Where are you guys from, and how different is the scene in Manipal when it comes to music from where you are from?
I was staying in Kharagpur, in West Bengal, but shifted to Cal. Kharagpur is like a town where people, metal is not their preference. Metal is not what they listen to. As he said, I was into the softer stuff, hard rock, some stuff like that. But coming here, Manipal, I think it was about a week that I listened to my old stuff, all the old songs. I don't really listen to them anymore. And as in, like, my first question was, how was the band scene? I asked so many seniors. All they kept saying was good. But the enormity of the band scene was when I, actually saw Paroxysm. And it's pretty big around here. Compared to where I come from, it's really, really big.
I come from Dehradun, where the metal scene does not exist, to put it very mildly. People go to Parikrama concerts and flash the victory sign instead of the devil horn. So, yeah, but still, we had our own community of people who did listen to rock, metal, and all. That's where I got influenced.
And both of us are from Kolkata, and like we have inter-school fests where we have